Full belly slavery looked better to the Israelites than hungry freedom. You see, they didn't mind being enslaved as long as they were comfortable. But that same comfortability is what enslaved them to begin with. When they went to Egypt for a famine and they stayed and made Egypt their feast. You see, they kept looking back and remembering their full bellies, thinking they were satisfied, forgetting their cries for deliverance because the food was not satisfying the pain of the chains. Sometimes, if we're not careful, we can worship our comfortability and it makes us blind to the cost. It wasn't good. We were just comfortable because in the moment we had what we wanted. If we truly want to experience God, we have to be okay with the hunger pains. You see, Moses did not bring them out into the wilderness to feed them and make them comfortable. He brought them out to the wilderness to remind them of their lost appetite for God. You see, we see over and over where Moses was telling Pharaoh to let his people go so that they could serve God, so they could sacrifice to God, so they could prepare a feast for God. This whole story isn't just about their physical freedom. It's about their spiritual freedom from chains that they didn't even see they had. And can I remind you too, sometimes God uses wilderness seasons to weigh our worship. And that means, will we choose worshiping Him even with the void, even with the difficulties, even with the pain? I'm reminded of Romans 12:1, where we are called a living sacrifice, and that this is our spiritual worship. I'm also reminded in Hebrews 13:15 that our continual sacrifice is lifting up His name in the wilderness, His name in the uncomfortable, His name in the ache and the void or the longing. The truth is that the wilderness wasn't just to get them out of Egypt, but to gradually get Egypt out of them until His name reigned supreme in their life, not the comfortability of Egypt or the familiarity of Egypt. What the story also taught us is that sometimes wildernesses are needed in order to purge us of everything else we've been lifting above His name. Our jobs, our marriages, our platforms, our success, our kids, and even sometimes our misplaced appetites.